Hey guys, this is Lost Worm, and you might be watching The Worm's Turn. Currently playing Pillars of Eternity, Deadfire. Well, Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. I did have a recording session a while ago. I stopped recording, hoping that I would be able to... Actually, I want to go talk to these guys, because you might have more good stuff to say to me. I had read that I'd be able to use the recording from Twitch to basically have a recording of the session. I was having some trouble with OBS, so I turned off recording on it. So there's a bunch of content that I didn't actually record because apparently you have to turn on archiving on Twitch to get the video.
Something more I can do for you?
Okay. So unfortunately there's going to be a big gap. If you watch my videos on any of my videos on YouTube, there's going to be a big gap in content. As I think I was playing for about 5 or 6 hours without recording anything.
Am I supposed to play nanny?
They listen to you, Martino. Enough! We have a guest. With her in your capital, the fleet can be fully restored by month's end.
Otello strokes his chin and nods.
Here, you may count yourself as one of the family. That grants you the right to display it.
Passes you a fine sword with Valera crest etched on the hilt. You have gained item Duskfall. The item was put into your stash. What type of weapon is it? I'll find out in a second. Farewell. Martino.
Better that the Valeras ran our fleet against the rocks than suffer peace with our enemies.
Martino crosses his arms and grimaces. You two families play nice now.
If the Bardatos want our protection, they will have to deal with us on fairer terms. Some meager consolation there.
He shrugs. What will you do now that the rivalry is over?
If the Bardatos are serious about financing our repairs, then the Valeras will be back at sea in no time. From there, we do what we do best. Hunting Principe boats and waving at the crew as they sink.
Cap, might you remind me why we be helping this barnacle cock swab slurper?
For favors. His hands ball tight and his lip twists over his crooked teeth. Martino does not glance downward, but his smile widens noticeably. Farewell. So I looked up some information to figure out if there is a way to record my video without affecting the frame rate of my stream. Turns out the problem was I had set up my encoder properly for my recording, but I hadn't set up my encoder in OBS for streaming, so it was trying to use the software, not the hardware. So I guess having the stream plus the recording going at the same time was too hard on the game to get a smooth frame rate. Hopefully things are all sorted out now. I'll keep on saying that. Hopefully one day they will be. Alright, lady. What do you gotta say to me? Who is it? She's over here.
I never thought to see a Valera on my payroll.
Azali sighs over her paperwork.
I have not forgotten my debt to you. The Bardato vault is crowded with enough heirlooms that we won't miss this one.
She passes you a handsomely crafted mace, grinning as she hefts it with ease. Farewell. Oh, can I just get access to the whole vault? That would be nice.
You've brought us peace in a difficult time. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's check out these items. Okay. Bardato's Luxury. One-handed. Exceptional. Oh, wow. 5% chance to sicken target for 10 seconds on hit. Grants nobility. Resistance to constitution afflictions while unharmed or healthy. What's the extra effect on battle axes? Character. No.
You're a
Battle axe. Bleeding cut. Takes brutal swings to dig deep into the target. The attacks are slower but cause bleeding wounds on hit.
follower of the light?
Light? Oh, you mean... well, depends on what you mean by follow.
Maybe you heard earlier? I follow Aethys too. Mostly, in a way. I mean, I am a child of the Dawn Stars, even if firstly I'm a Gonite.
That's good, I guess. For you.
Oh, maybe you don't want to talk about it. That's alright. Surely, some other time, then. Was it the way I said it? Or maybe I'm in need of a washing.
Oh. This is... what type of sword? Just a one-handed sword. Exceptional. Grants devious. Additional penetration when attacking the same target as an ally. Well. And plus 10% action speed. Guess who that's going on? Oops. What's his penetration? 8? Yeah, that's how I'm setting it up. And then Adair. You don't get... no, not you, Adair. I want Seraphim gets the mace. Where am I off to now? Went to the map emporium. Let's go to the mill.
The Queen is holding court today with the Valians and Rawatayans.
How long before they're killing each other?
Wager on it?
Hey, I wanted to ask you something. It's about Shodi.
Of course it's about Joti. What did you want to ask?
She means well. I can see that. And she's spirited, and if I was still young and didn't know the things I know, it'd be different. But anybody got that much faith in any god, let alone Aethys? I don't know how to talk to someone like that. Not these days.
Are you serious? You chastised me. You chastised me for stealing from Aethys.
I get why she's like that. And I was there once, long time back.
His eyelids flare with relived embarrassment.
But it's 'cause of that I can't see a way to respect it. I'm no good at hiding it from her either. I don't see this getting better.
If she can't deal with the truth, that's her problem, not yours.
All right, I'm not gonna hide it. Won't be pretty, though.
We'll see. Oh, there's beauty in all things, Adair. Rooftop balcony. Wet dog. Come to me, Abraham. You are now my good boy. Wait, what? Recovery penalty for armor. Okay. That's it. I'm a pet thief. Just stealing everybody's animals. Cortina, what you got to say to me? Cortina's voice finds you before she does, her barks of laughter and cheerful directives resounding throughout the mill. She flits from worker to worker, offering critique and approval. When she finally spots you, a shadow of apprehension passes over her face. She hides it with a toothy grin.
If you are here about the taxes, tell the Queen... Oh, you are not the tax collector.
She narrows her eyes, her hands twitching at the hilt of her blade.
What business brings you to my mill?
Who are you?
Okay.
Ke means what? Cortina leans in close, one prodigiously furry eyebrow raised.
You go around asking just anyone in Queen's Berth personal questions. Maybe you end up dead in a ditch. Have caution, eh? Lucky for you, I am a woman of honor.
I'm very lucky, I guess. She gives you a sunny smile and claps her hands together.
I direct luminous milling for the Valian Trading Company. It's a nice job, ah? And I'm quite good at it. You want to know more? Buy me a drink first, per guano.
For the good. Cortina claps you on the shoulder, a playful smile on her lips. And what do you do here? Cortina looks about the room with exaggerated wonder, her green eyes wide. She laughs a little to herself and runs a finger across the arm of the chair beside her. She holds the finger up for your inspection. It's caked in shimmering blue dust.
We mill luminous, of course. Take big chunks, break into smaller chunks, crush into dust-sized chunks. Per complancanet, it is really not so complicated.
She gives you a condescending little pat on the arm. Par complancanet means for mercy or for little mercy, which is taken as come on now.
Good day.
Farewell. Daily arrivals of deliveries of crude and refined luminous Adra are carefully logged here. Is this theft? Of course it's theft. Everything's theft. Is this theft? That's theft. That's theft. The crude shards of luminous Adra retain their unearthly glow.
Whispers and shadows, yeah.
No, stay away. Stay away. Go away. Very good.
As you like.
I think they're gonna... They found me. Not before I got some of their Adra. How much is that stuff worth? Not as much as I thought it would be, based on how much everybody wants it. Might as well trade spices.
Oh? Sharp eyes and keen ears. Hmm? I shall.
No, I'm not gonna try to steal everything in here.
When I was little, me and my brothers used to spend hours chasing each other. Blackberry fields. Don't think a day went by I didn't have a skinned knee or a bleeding elbow.
Well, we did that sometimes. Only my brother usually had a hand in the bleeding.
He older or younger than you? Either way, I bet he's just as strapping.
Older. Was. Was older. Then Raid Sarah's invaded.
Oh, I didn't... I mean, of course, it's... gone, but I'm so sorry.
Aren't they getting along just fine?
Shh. Voices down, my cullies.
East exit. Let's see where it would take us. Sacred Stair. Queen's... Okay, Queen... No, this is Queen's Berth. That means that one of the quests I have to do is somewhere here. Big city. Not surprised, really. Oparu clothing. Dash. Stash it all. Queen's Berth District Home. That's Queen's Berth District Home.
What this is? I'll see what I can find. It shall open to me. There we are. So.
Yeah.
I've noticed you seem to be frequently at odds with others in your order.
Some of my brethren don't understand why I gotta do what I do. But I'm not beholden to them.
I can certainly sympathize.
Sing as anything but the Naga's nethers, won't you?
Shrimp's got a name. Let's talk to Shrimp.
Defiance Bay, am I right?
The sizable Amois smiles and claps you on the shoulder. Hard. Of course, how could I forget? He gives you a look that is skeptical, if amused.
I was but a face in the crowd, but I remember the one who walked out of Hadron House alive.
He claps you on the shoulder again, harder, and this time you recognize inebriation behind his enthusiasm.
He's had more than a few. Perhaps we should go before this ends in rambling professions of love.
He leans close to you, speaking low.
I must be seeing double, Elfman, because it's like there's a great big lady crouching on your shoulders.
The sailor squints at Aloth and shrugs. Aloth presses his lips together and for a few seconds looks as if he's struggling against Isilmir.
So, what brings you here, friend?
More importantly, what are you doing here?
Captain gave us extra coin to occupy ourselves while we're on leave.
Well, that was considerate of him.
We've been draining Valian wine cellars and trying to remember the words of Rauatai anthems, loudly as often as not.
He turns to his compatriots with unrestrained glee. I'll enjoy that. Farewell. No, I think I'm supposed to evict some people here. Ymir.
See something you like?
The dancer turns to greet you, a coy smile tugging at his lips. He's short for an elf, but no less grateful for his lacking height. His long face and dark eyes lend him a solemn air, but any hint of gloom is chased away by the wash of color in his cheeks.
Aloth, this is the last place I expected to see you. Have your interests changed so much since our time at Bragon Heel?
A grin lights up on Ymir's face. He fidgets with his hair self-consciously, smoothing it down where it's been must.
No, I still enjoy tile puzzles and deflecting personal questions. Anyway, what are you doing here?
He looks away as though he's trying to ignore Ymir's eager gaze. Adra seems pleased.
I could ask the same of you.
He laughs lightly, a hand over his mouth.
I make my own hours, meet fascinating people, and the coin's nothing to sneer at. Better than stuffy old books and unflattering robes.
He casts a critical eye over Aloth's outfit. He opens his mouth to speak, but decides better of it. This is amazing.
It's good to see you again, Aloth. Anyway, I should get back to it. Be well.
He smiles warmly at Aloth, blush coloring the tips of his ears. Adra gives a nod and a wink, hands on his hips. Seraphim grins.
It was lovely seeing you.
He catches himself, looking panicked.
Perhaps lovely is too strong a word. I meant pleasant. Perfectly agreeable.
He looks at you, chagrined.
I can see where I may have confused the poor fellow in our academy days. 'Twas a right fierce labour getting the lad to finger any flesh that were covering his spelly books.
Isilmir growls.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose.
He looks at you with a newly critical eye.
I was raised in the Adra Empire. When I was young, I studied to be an arcane knight. After an incident at my school, I left the continent and wandered until I found myself in Neketaka. As you can see, I stayed.
What kind of incident?
A handful of my fellow students got up to a bit of mischief that ended with several people dead.
Oh, I've been there before. His gaze lingers on the floor, the cushions, the tables, anywhere but your face. After a moment, he shrugs, offering no further explanation. Let me ask about something else.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested.
And how much for your time?
Ah, the money-minded type. I've always found fiscal responsibility very attractive. My time will cost you 150 copper.
He gifts you with a coy little smile and a raised eyebrow. No, you know what? Never mind.
Till later, then.
Till later.
Ahoy, Captain. If I could bend your ear a moment, I'll be aiming to thank you for bringing me aboard.
A furred hand at his belly, and one heel out, he bows deeply, drooping ear almost touching the ground.
You run a tight shop, and you ain't no terrible person, neither. It'd be a welcome change from the Gentleman of Leisure.
Tell me about the Gentleman of Leisure.
The Gentleman is only the finest ship among the Principi, and Captain Ferrante our most respected shipmaster. It were 2 honors and a half to be chosen to join his crew.
I detect a but in there.
Aye, you ain't wrong. Joining the Gentleman meant leaving the Sorcerer, leaving the only family I've ever known.
Family?
I never knew no kin till the Sorcerer. They be my salt family. And to me, that'd be better far than blood.
Why were you willing to leave that crew to join mine?
And don't sell yourself a Suole short cap, nor me neither. I know an opportunity when I board it.
He chuckles.
I'd seen what there were to be seen upon the gentlemen, learn what ropes were to be learned. Methinks a watcher after a dead god'll thrust me into an whole new set of eye openings.
Joti's eyes gleam with dark amusement.
And believe you me, I do appreciate myself a good thrust.
He grins. Adra points affably in approval. Joti nibbles on her lips to hide a spreading smile. Alof gives you a pained look. Well, then, I guess you're welcome.
I've a gift for you. This trinket be from one of the first ships I hunted. Malnage would have snatched it had I not found a perfect hiding spot.
I think I know, but so where did you hide it?
I know were I to tell you that, you mightn't want it no more.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Seraphim gives an innocent whistle while scratching his ass as subtly as one could scratch it. Adra seems pleased. Joti nibbles on her lips to hide a spreading smile.
Just a jest, Cap. Nay, I tucked it away in my beard. Didn't wear braids back then, so my hair caught about everything from feathers to fish bones. Malnage shook me down for plunder after each raid. I figured out she wouldn't go nowhere near my beard. Said my face were like a saw-rip fetish.
Well, I guess that's better than the alternative. Why did Malnage treat you so badly?
Don't rightly know for sure, Cap. Thought at first she wanted me. Lasses be that way sometimes, treating you worse the more they fancy you.
Yes, I know exactly what you speak of. Every lass treats me poorly, like a whipping boy, or some sort of bug beneath their heel.
Given she tried to get me killed twice within our first fortnight together, I thought mayhap she were in deepest love.
He chuckles quietly. The faint trace of a smile forms on Adir's lips. Yes, love does indeed make people do crazy things.
Aye, Captain. You ain't farting out your mouth there.
He nods, sagely. Were you attracted to Malnage?
Didn't fancy her in the least. But a man has needs. And I figured at the time that she were as wet as any other lass.
Well, she was on a boat after all.
Figured I'd give her a whisper about what we might get down to in the hold. Her answer were an unequivocal no, made with a sharpness. Might have been the closest I've ever been to death.
He winces and rubs his throat. Gosh, I'm sure she was just playing hard to get, Seraphim. Nobody could turn you down. Thanks for the gift, Seraphim.
You be entirely welcome. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've roundabout reached my limit for sentiment.
Seraphim salutes, grinning broadly, and turns away. Goes around the neck. What's it give? On Constitution? No. I'm gonna give it to... Oh, man. I'll give it to Seraphim. Thanks for the gift, Seraphim. Now put it around your neck. We got here. Juana Charm Belt. Plus 15% strive and plus 1 survival. Oh, nice. All in the stash.
I shall make it so.
A burly dwarven man hums a jaunty tune to himself as he fastidiously organizes his collection of scented oils. When he hears you enter the room, he greets you with a smile and a humongous outstretched hand. His grip is strong and sure.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins?
He slaps his knee with a bark of laughter.
Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? Ha! I crack myself up. Gets me every time.
That was pretty good. He wipes a tear from his eye, still chuckling.
Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask.
What does ablutions mean? How'd you end up here?
Oh, you don't want to hear about that. I lived a boring life, so there wouldn't be much to the telling.
He crosses his thick arms over his chest. A slight blush spreads across his cheeks. Indulge me.
Truth be told, my real passion is pottery. Trouble is, I got these big hands. Not meant for delicate work.
He turns his hands palm up for you to inspect. Just one is easily large enough to cover your entire face. I have a plan, Constantine. You could make pottery for ogres. They're large enough that your massive hands wouldn't affect the details of their pottery in the least.
Worked out in the end, of course. Now I specialize in relieving tension in the Mauer and death godlike.
He nods to himself. Are you sure it worked out? You seem bored here.
I guess I can't hide my feelings as well as I thought I could.
He gives you a nervous chuckle and scratches at his beard.
The stability's good and all, but I haven't seen anything that gets my blood pumping in ages. You know what I mean?
What is life without a little excitement?
Doing the same old thing day in, day out. It's enough to make a man leap from the nearest window.
He nods vigorously. There's a window right over there, my friend. You could come with me.
Where to?
He raises an inquisitive brow, his large hands previously dancing with restless energy. Still. You know that 700-foot-tall statue made of Adra? I'm going after it.
No kidding.
Yeah, for real. He nearly drops a bottle of massage oil in his excitement.
I like to see something like that for myself.
He sighs, a wistful edge in his voice.
Do you think I could come with you? Just for a bit.
Grab your things, then, and let's go.
Hell, you don't have to tell me twice.
Oh, what? You're a sidekick? What's Sidekicks start out as unique NPCs integral to specific quests, complete with their own personalities and looks, and they may offer to join your party as a reward for completing their quest. Just like companions, these new characters have a custom portrait and voice soundset. However, unlike companions, they do not have their own vision quest, and will not participate in the companion relationship system. You can be a chanter. Oh, I don't need a preview ability tree. Accept. Alright. I guess that means if people leave me because I'm a jerk, I'll still have somebody to go with me into the battlefield. Rabuna. A fire godlike woman polishes a pair of stalks, tending them with fondness of a mother for her favorite child. The room is dim, illuminated only by the glow of her steel-forged skin. Her eyes burn with the light of Mogren's fire. When she hears you enter, she shoots you a look of utter contempt.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget.
Tell me about yourself.
I must assume the question beneath your question is how a fire godlike came to find herself in a place such as this.
She leans back against a wall of chains. They clank and rattle, and she smiles at the sound.
Perseverance. Being as I am, I have been forced to find it for myself. Now I teach it to others. To live in a world as a thinking, feeling creature, it is difficult. It demands strength, but we cannot always be strong. I help those who have lost their strength to find it again.
She wraps a chain around her arm and tugs. The steel link glows red with forge fire where they touch her skin. I bet you really know how to warm a man up, huh? Huh? I bet you haven't heard that one before. Well, I'm out of here before you burn me. Never mind. Oh, Ymir's dancing. Is this theft? Stealing, yes. A young woman reclines on the cushions, a hookah hose held delicately in one hand. Eyes closed, she sings to herself. Her voice is soft and inviting. She doesn't move when she hears you approach, but slowly opens her eyes with a lazy smile.
Come, lay your head on my breast.
I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilba.
Tell me about yourself instead.
It's futile to attempt to summarize the whole of a person in simple words. How to capture their dreams, the desires of another, their feel and taste. But I appreciate your curiosity nonetheless. I am an actor. Trained from childhood. Difficult for you to believe, I'm sure.
Why would you say that? A teasing smile pulls at the corner of her lips. Her voice is wistful, almost melancholic.
My troop were my family, and we traveled the whole of the Adra Empire, performing the classic literatures to cheering audiences.
It sounds a pleasant life.
The work was good when the crowds were grateful, and their pockets swelled with coin.
She gives you a pained smile and looks away. Hands on his hips, Seraphim grins. Jyoti nibbles on her lips to hide a spreading smile.
I found a more dependable application of my talents here. To touch the hearts of others with my voice. I could not give that up.
Well, do you perhaps touch anything else with anything else?
Have you come to hear some verse?
Never mind.
Farewell.
Farewell. Mephisto. Assume the position. No, sir.